Well guys, welcome to, well, hold on a second. Let's rob a line off another YouTuber. Hello folks off YouTube, welcome to my shed. So there we go. I hope I don't get a copyright strike for using that on him. I hope he doesn't put a complaint in. But anyhow, welcome to my shed. So in the last video you seen we had the shed in a sort of workable area, but I hadn't got my counter, which I have now. So I've ran my counter or my workbench, and I've also ran some stuff up here for holding screwdrivers and stuff. Now I've already done that today, so I haven't even put in all the screwdrivers yet and stuff like that, but I don't need the big screwdrivers for what I'm doing today, hopefully. Because what are we doing today on the video? Well, if you've seen, let me move out of the way here, you will have seen that I got a lot of laptops. So we have, you can see, 4 stacks of laptops there, some more on top. I was going to do hard drives on this video and tear down some hard drives and that, but I said no, because what's going to be inside the laptops? Hard drives, of course. So that's why I've decided to do the laptops. So I'm not going to put you through the torture of watching me strip out every laptop here. We'll strip out one on camera, see what's in it. I'll strip the rest off camera and we'll see what we ended up with in the end. So as always guys, appreciate you coming in and checking it out. If you haven't already hit the like, please do at the end of the video after you watch the video if you do. And if you're one of these people who forget to hit it at the end of the video, why not hit it now? And that way it's done. If you've got a community tab, share it out and comment, always comment. Again, I don't mind people commenting that they have a scrapping channel as well. Feel free to advertise your channel in the comments, let people know what you do and stuff like that. That's completely 100% all okay with me, because I'm not one of these people who think I should be the only YouTube channel doing scrapping. I think it's great that there's so many people doing scrapping on YouTube now. There's so many channels. I know it dilutes the amount of people you're going to get watching your stuff, but again, it's not about me, it's about sharing what I do, sharing what we all do. So it's a chance for us all to share what we're working on and how things are going. So to get started, we might as well. And again, as I was saying, the reason this shed is going to be just for tearing stuff down. I don't want to get it like the other shed where we can't get into it at the moment. So I'm not going to bring anything from the other shed until I have that shelf cleared, which had the laptops, it had some PCs, it had a load of hard drives on it, and it had some miscellaneous router boxes, stuff like that. So I'm going to scrap all them out first, get rid of all them out of the shed, and fill the shelf again from the other shed. Or if stuff comes in the meantime that I pick up, it'll come straight into the shed for stripping down. It won't get to the other shed yet. So that's the plan, and I'm going to try and stick to it. So that's it. Let's get working on this laptop here and take it apart, and we'll see what's in it, and then we'll let me strip down the rest and we can come back once I have them all stripped down. So let's get working on this one. Okay, so here we are at the laptop. So before we strip it down, what can I say about it? It's an old laptop because we've got the Windows XP sticker. Now I might change angles on camera as we go along, but for the moment it's okay there. A Windows XP camera, Acer brand, nothing special. Very plasticky like them all, but it's probably one of the older ones that's there. So sometimes, as people know, the older the laptop, the better it is. On the back, someone had already removed a few items, I see. The RAM is gone off it, but we've got the processor, so that's okay. We've got a processor on it. So might as well start taking it apart. So again, we have our little toolkit, probably one of my favorite little things I bought from Temu. Again, not sponsored by Temu, so don't get anything paid for this the same as everyone else will. And I didn't get an affiliated link or any of that carry on. Just got the set because I like the look of it. So we're going to find the right head for this now as the next thing. So as you can see, just to show you, we've got so many different types of heads. You've got your security stars, you've got your T's, more T's, H's, U's, the PZs are down here, so it's definitely going to be one of them, I'm thinking. So we'll just see which one it is. Should have really checked this before I started. That one. Jeez, we're lucky. So again, see a screw, take it out, as Ian Matthews would say. And again, at the moment, let me get a tub or something. We'll put the screws that we take out just on this, so we can put them somewhere else then into my into the bucket of screws I have. I keep screws. And why do I keep the screws? It's not for I might need a screw later. It's at some stage I'm sure we can just throw them into the scrapyard, and they all add up as well. So that's all it is that I'm doing, and no other reason. Again, in the comments, guys, let us know what you're scrapping out yourselves. You're allowed to do that. Share the information. So yeah, fairly happy that I've got this shed now to work out of. It means this was the plan with the first shed, but I got so much stuff. All of a sudden there I got, wasn't it 4 or 5 pallets of e-waste stuff that I got. Some of it pure useless, but again, to get the stuff I had to take everything. So sometimes you don't have that choice. You just have to get on with it and take it. And again, because this laptop is so old and stuff like that, I'm not worried about saving anything that could be used again anywhere else. And anyone that knows me, I'm not that sort of scrapper that goes, I could use that again maybe. Okay, so we got our cover, we've got a hard drive, which is good, that we can get out of there in a few minutes when we get to that stage. At the moment it's still just things. So that's the reason I didn't take out the, as I was saying already, that's the reason I didn't do the hard drives first. I was going to start on hard drives and take them out, start taking the hard drives apart and show you what's in the hard drive that's worth for gold recovery. But I decided when I take apart all the laptops, I'm going to have more hard drives, so no point in doing that. Now I'm going to shut up for a while, and we're just going to take the screws out, probably speed it up, and we'll come back once that's done, so you can watch me taking out screws, speed it up, you won't hear me talking. Put a bit of music over it for you maybe. Okay, so board is off. Plastic, a little bit of, usually it could be aluminium, could be stainless steel there. Again, you can strip that off if you want. I'm not going to do that. I don't know how people get rid of their plastics, but here we have recycling bins, and you can throw certain plastics in. Sometimes this sort of stuff they may not be the keenest on, but don't throw it all. I had to throw it in bit by bit, and it seems to not be an issue. So we'll just take off this foil. So again, that could be aluminium. If you want to add that to your aluminium or aluminum, depending on what part of the world you're in. We have a little bit of plastic. So again, that's going to go into the plastic. We can pull this off. And that again can be either stainless steel or steel. So usually steel, but anyhow. And this is a look at our board. So quite a nice board. First off, I'm going to show you stuff that most people know already that are into e-waste. But if you're new to the e-waste and you're not sure what, again, if you're in America and you can sell to board sort and you don't want to be messing with assets and stuff like that, sell to board sort. It's going to be the quickest profit you're going to make on them. So you can sell your boards complete like they are here to board sort and get a better price. Or some people, not mentioning any names, e-waste Mike, can remove these gold corner BGAs from their boards the odd time. Not all the time. So that's the first thing that catches my eye that I take off my boards is the gold corner BGA. So we've one on this side and we had one on this side. One with a silver cap on here and one that isn't. I'd also take off these chips. So any of these IC chips and bridging chips, RAM chips, stuff like that that's on there, they come off. I'll also remove where did I see the gold corner was be up here. I'll remove these gold corner crystal oscillators again. Not mentioning any names. e-waste Mike does take them off sometimes. And let's see what else that I'll take off. Well, I take off all them chips. They'll come off. I do take off these tantalums, even though I don't have a buyer for them or a use for them yet. But I'm sure at some stage someone's going to come along and say, yeah, that's going to be worth something. So they're little things. I take them off, put them in jars. I'll remove this down here for the gold plated pins in here. I'll take them off. In here, you can be lucky and there can be gold plated pins in there. You can see there's already gold plated pins here. They'll come off. You can get your gold plated pins in here. You have gold pins in here and again in here. The newer ones of the USBs will have the gold in the USBs. In here, there will be gold plated pins in there. So I take them off. Again, all your tantalums, different types. You have your orange and your black tantalums. So I do take them off. On the other side of the board, as I said already, we take this off because it's got the thing in here. I do take these off. Some of the older ones will have good gold plating on them, and here also. So I'll remove them. If you're selling your board to board sort, remove the battery off it. And that's kind of, there's my USBs. There we go. So again, take off the USBs and you can see in here, we've got the gold pins if you want to go after them on them. So that's where you'll get all your gold material from on the board. Then you'll also, if you are so inclined, which I am, I'll remove the mouse mat or the mouse pad, sorry, not mat. Sometimes you might be lucky and these might be gold plated. Let's have a look. No. Or are they? It's hard to see with that light. No, they're not. So again, that's just some yards will buy that as low grade ribbon wire for copper recovery out of them, but that's, you'd have to check with your yard on that. With me, if it's that, I just throw it in. A lot of the time it'll go shred, it won't even go into a thing. So I can remove my mouse mat and buttons down here, straightforward. Again, more screws, which is never ending in laptops. Now some of them, I had to check the screws with a magnet, because if you get some that's non-magnetic, more value. Again, always have a magnet, check it and see before you decide what material it is. If you're not sure, if you're 100% sure what it is, if you go, yeah, that's brass, I've taken brass apart a million times, I know what brass looks like, blah, 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 then you go ahead. So on this board, what will I take off this board, if anything? Sometimes you can get little gold connectors in here. Depends. If you have nothing for doing, it might be worth having a look and seeing on them if it's gold connected or not. I'd be thinking not when they hadn't got the gold on the ribbon wire switches for silver. You have your 2 switches here, and you have your switches under here, which will have little silver contacts as well. So I do take them off because, again, at some stage I'm going to do some silver recovery, and that's where I'll get the bits of silver from them. It's about taking as much value as I can from each item, to be honest. And that's what I'll do. And in under here will be our mouse, if I can get to them. Again, I need to remove sometimes lift some stuff. Here we go, another screw here that I missed. Now, anyone that's seen my video on where I done some of these mouse pads know the gold is minimal, to say the least. But I take them and I'll work on them. If you haven't seen that video, have a look. I might put it at the end of this, where I done the mouse pads and showed you how to get the saw to reveal the gold hidden underneath on some of them. So again, sometimes under that green, it's all gold plated under there because it's low grade gold, it's on there. So sometimes it's just, rather than starting and stopping machines, they just plate the whole lot and then put the solder mask over it and reveal the gold contacts that they need on it. And again, this usually peels off, and under there sometimes can be your gold, and sometimes can be soldered masked, and sometimes can be when you remove the solder mask. So when you remove all that solder mask under there, it can be fully gold. Again, when I say it's engineered gold, not great gold. But if you can get someone to buy them, sell them to them, or if not, try and recover the gold. Very poor recovery rate on it, and you need a lot of them. So that's it really on the laptop. So again, you can take this apart. I'll put that aside, and I'll do, when I have a stack of them, I'll do them all in one go. So I'm not changing screwdrivers or not doing whatever, and I'm collecting the same type of material. So that'll be put aside, and we'll go from there. So I'm going to get on and do the other stack of laptops that we have there, and we'll come back and see what we ended up with in the end. How many hard drives, how many sticks of RAM, how many processors, what type of processors. So see instantly, because as soon as this transition happens, you're straight over to me. So there we have it. All the laptops are stripped out, and what did we get? Well, we've got some copper and aluminium heatsinks and stuff like that I can get. We've got our boards, which you can see over here. We've got a mixed, I'll show you that in a minute, and with some more boards in behind there, some more boards and some what you call their little mouse pads, and then we have our hard drives and stuff. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to clear these off. So all these heat sinks I'm going to throw into a bin at the moment until I decide what I'm going to do with them. So again, I could cut the copper and just get the little bits of copper and then put in the rest for maybe Copper Alley in the scrapyard, see what they'll give me for it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to clear them off. Again, the fans, what do you do with your fans, guys? For me, to be honest, it's not worth the hassle of doing anything with them for just getting that little bit of a motor out. Not really going to be my sort of thing. So the fans will be put separate, and we'll leave them aside. So we've got a lot of fans, so I'll put them into a different container, and maybe at some stage I might give them to someone who will make more use of them. Maybe Pop Scrap, if he's watching. Pop Scrap, are them fans any good to you? So again, you can see there where I already cut some copper off here. I just need to remove the fan from here, so that can go in there until the fan is removed. Again, this has got a fan and some aluminium on it, so again that will go in there. So any of the fans that are still attached, so again we have our copper, you can see here, and some more copper there. So I'm going to throw all in there. So once I've them thrown, we'll come back and we'll have a right look at what we have. So again, underneath the counter here, I'll show you. Actually, I'll take you down and show you what I mean. In case you're wondering where I'm throwing that stuff, it's not going on the floor. It's going into a bin here. So I'm going to have a couple of bins lined up underneath here for different material. And when I've them filled, then if they need to be processed further, they'll be processed further. If not, then they'll be taken out of the shed and either cashed in or stored until I'm ready to cash them in. But the idea is that I'm not going to have stuff all over the place like I used to, and keep on top of it. So that's where my at the moment my aluminium and copper that needs to be cleaned further is going in there, and then we can go from there. So that's what will be done. And as I say, as the shed goes on, you will see more and more stuff being added and different things. So anyhow, let me clear off all these copper aluminium heat sinks, and we'll come back and have a look at what we got. Okay, so now that I've cleared away them heat sinks from the counter, we can see a bit closer what I found in the computers that I'm going to keep for gold recovery. So first off, I found all these processors. So a lot of the boards had onboard processors, not these removable type. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 of the processors from them, and again you can see they are gold plated pins. Now again, if you're in America, you could maybe sell some of these if they're good I series processors to board sort for a better price than you will for scrap. But for me, it's all going to be scrap. So they'll go in with these processors I've collected from other breakdowns before, and when I've got enough to maybe do a video on them, I will do a video on them. I already done a video before on them. It's up there on the channel if you can find it. If not, stay tuned. There will be a video coming at some stage. So they're gone in there now to be dealt with again at a later stage. Then we found a lot of these type hard drives on there, which is like your SSD hard drive or thing. So you have like 256 gig, stuff like that. Again, I'm going to know people are going to be saying to me, you can sell them, they probably still work, you can sell them on eBay and you're going to get blah blah blah. Because of data protection, and because I've promised I never will sell anything with people's data on it, these will be only scrapped. So sorry guys, if you're looking for them, I'm not going to be selling them, and they're just going to be scrap value. I know I get more on eBay for them, but when you promise people something, stick to it, and they'll give you more stuff again. If this stuff got out and data was found and it got back to the person, oh, I bought a SSD drive online and I found information about you, blah blah blah, next minute track back to me and I'm the one in trouble. So again, they're going to be just scrapped out, and that's all that's going to be done with them. So we found them, and again, what will I be taking off them? I'll be taking the chips, and I'll be taking the gold fingers. I'll trim them down and we'll have our gold fingers on them. So that's what's going to be coming off there. So they can go into the little plastic container for the moment. And we put them in with, when I get more of these, I'll start a new batch of them, and we'll, at some stage, they can be done the same as I'll be able to do my ram fingers. Now, speaking of ram fingers, here we go, our Irish sucker sticks, as we fondly know them as. And if you're not sure why they're called Irish sucker sticks, then you're new to my channel, and stick around and you'll probably find out eventually. E-Waste Mike will be sure to let you know. But anyhow, we got in total, we got how many of them? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. About 40 of them sticks of RAM, and again, going to trim them down, recover the gold from the chips, which I've done late in a video lately, so that's, you don't have to look back too far to see that one, where I got the gold from the chips. And again, I've done videos before on the fingers, and again, if you want to check back and you see the videos, if not, I'm sure I'll be doing one at some stage again. So again, they're good to find. You can sell them to board sort in America. They pay you per pound for them. Or if you don't have that option, have a look around, see if you can, if you don't want to recover the gold and the assets and stuff like that from them, and have a look around. I'm sure you might be able to sell them. I no longer buy them. I bought some as an experiment, and I'm doing this as a hobby. So unless it's free, I'm not taking them anymore. Not buying any of them. Then we have these graphics cards that were on board, or external graphics cards, slot graphics cards. So again, chips on these I'll be taking off in future and trimming the fingers, and again they can be put in with my ram finger for gold recovery into the copper chloride. So that's where they'll go to. What else did we get? Oh yeah, we got all of these little expansion cards or slot cards or LAN cards, whatever you want to call them. So again, they'll have a ceramic, I was going to say, they'll have IC chips under there, and we have our gold flashed fingers, and we can remove the gold from them using copper chloride. So again, they are going to be in a future video. So we have a lot of stuff coming up in future videos on how to get the gold from them, but I'm just showing you what I take off the laptops, because again, some people just don't know what of value to take off the laptops for gold recovery. That's what I take off. You don't have to take it off, it's up to you. So again, we have those. You'll also get ribbon wire, and this is our ribbon wire. If I get it all over here. So ribbon wire, and if you look here, we have gold fingers on it. So again, you can trim that back, and they can be put in with your copper chloride. I put them in as they are like that, because it's easier to, when you're draining out, to take out a bigger piece of stuff when you're filtering than small cut-offs anymore. I used to always just cut them to there. Now I just leave them in as they are. So you'll have different size ones. So again, you can see the gold. I don't know, can you see it? There you go, you can see it now, the gold, when the light hits it right. So they're all ribbon wire. So again, that will be dealt with at a later date. For gold recovery, can be put in again with your trimmed fingers. So very easy to get the gold from them and then process it down after that. But just to remove them from these actual items, fairly straightforward, copper chloride. On them cards I showed you a minute ago, these little LAN cards and stuff like that where the gold flashing is on, you'll see up here in the corner we have like a little connector, and these are what connects to them. So again, they're gold plated, so I remove them as well. Some of them aren't that greatly gold plated, so I don't kind of remove them unless they've got a nice gold colour to them. What else do we say? The hard drives. So again, I've removed all these hard drives, a couple of different types. So we have your standard, what most people will be used to looking at in a hard drive, those type, and then we've got our what you call SATA connected SSD drive, so solid state drive. So we've got our solid state drive, so we've mostly solid state drives. I think these are, I suppose it's probably 50-50 when we get them all done. I'm just comparing here to see. No, I got more of the did I? No, and not far off being 50-50, two off being 50-50 ratio, but we've got them. Some of them are different type connectors. So you can see here, this has got your old type pin connectors, and then we have our SATA connectors here on these type. So I prefer the older type, getting better gold recovery from the older hard drives. So they'll go with the rest of my hard drives that you've seen previously, and at some stage we'll do a video on them and breaking them down, and because once I get to that stage in the shed, it's all about making space, which I've done there by getting rid of all them laptops. On the boards, you can see, if I put you up, we've got some boards here, and I've got some over in this direction, but I've only got 3, and the reason I've separated them out is these I rank as a better board, because straight away we've got our gold corner BGA on them. So that one again has a gold corner, and we have another one here which had a gold corner BGA down here on it. So they're a better ranked thing. Again, we have gold pins here, and a few other little bits and pieces, as I say, tantalums and MLCCs. You might get a crystal oscillator somewhere on them as well. I don't see one offhand there now, and probably looking me right in the face, but anyhow, you will find sometimes some crystal oscillators in it. So compare that to, we'd say, one of the other boards. We'll take it over. So again, more or less the same. You'll have where your RAM is connected. We have our IC chip, but we don't have a gold corner BGA. We have some little a gold plated piece there. We'll have some tantalums on it. We'll have some MLCCs, but this is a newer type board and it doesn't have the thing on it. And again, on the boards, what I like, if I can find one to show you, of course I won't find it when I want to find it. I think it's on more the newer board. Let me have a look. Yes, I think I have one here, do I? No. We'll find one eventually. This was an interesting board. Well, when I say interesting, this was the board on one of the laptops. So again, this has got your integrated Pentium chip on it, and it had integrated RAM. So not great for gold recovery, as in you don't have the gold fingers on them or the gold pins, but you still get the gold from the chips. So worth still taking for me, and we've some gold flashing on the board as well. So you can see where we have some gold flashing here. And I'm still looking for a board that I want to show. Here we go, this one has it. So again, I like these boards because we get these gold plated pins up here that can be taken off fairly easy, and they can be put in when you're doing pins that need to be done in your nitric acid or poor man's nitric, whichever you prefer. So that's it, guys. So that was the teardown of them, and it's the first teardown in the new shed. And we've created, more importantly, some space. We've got some nice gold material for later, and we also have a pile of screws, of course, and they are over here. Let me grab them. So again, we've all these screws that came out of them laptops, so hundreds of screws, and you can see some of them are tiny little screws, tiny ones. Sorry about the hands, working in the shed taking stuff apart gets dirty hands, but yeah, you can see there, tiny screws. So I'm going to finish up the video there, put all this stuff away, keep the shed clean. Got some more screws there to add that didn't get in when I was breaking them down, but yeah, so I'm going to put all these boards away. These boards will be broken down in a separate video at some stage when I get around to doing all my boards. Again, I have bin loads of boards that need to be broken down, and the gold taken from them, the gold materials that I'll be taking from. So again, at some stage I'll see in a video what I plan on doing there. You never know, might do a few lives from the shed of breaking something down midweeks instead of on a Sunday. Sundays will still go ahead as normal, but might pop up on a Wednesday night or some night. You never know, and just breaking down some stuff here in the shed. So as always, appreciate you being in. If you haven't already subscribed, please do, because you will see more and more videos coming from here, breaking stuff down and gold recovery videos as we try and make space in this shed. Well, this shed has got space, okay, but clear the shelf. Once I've cleared the shelf, then we'll bring in more stuff from the other shed and break it down. So as always, appreciate you watching, and stay safe and hit the thumbs up if you haven't already, and I'll catch you on the next video. Keep on looking for that gold, guys. It's out there.